ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। हरि ओम। While describing the glories of Parama Bhaktas, Narada, who himself was a Param Bhakta, and he said in the Sutra number 69, Tirthi kurvanti tirthani, Sukarmi kurvanti karmani, Sat Shastri kurvanti shastrani. They gave holiness, sanctity, even to holy places of pilgrimage. They raised the karmas to great spiritual heights. And also, such Shastri kurvanti shastrani, they give validity, authenticity even to Shastras also. A question may arise. Somebody's mind, I think you are exaggerating. You are so much, just giving such a kind of glory to bhaktas. How can you say that? Narada says, never underestimate. Do you know why? The shortest sutra of Narada Bhakti Sutra is now. Shortest. 70th. तन्मयाः हो गया। हाँ, तन्मयाः. Why do I say that they sanctify even the Tirtha Kshetras and give validity to scriptures and all that? Because tanmayaha. Tanmaya means Bhagavanmayaha. Tat. Tadeva. They have become that only. That's called tanmayaha. Sanmayaha. Chinmayaha. Tanmayaha. Tat Shabda means Brahma. Bhagavan. If you say God gives holiness, sanctity to Tirtha Kshetra, you will accept or not? God gives validity to scriptures. Is there then doubt? Now the bhaktas and Bhagavan, they have become one. So Bhagavan has given all power to them. Bhagavan by. In Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, Bhagavan said, Mote Santa Adhik Kari Lekha. He said, saints are even greater than me, Bhagavan said. Because they only spread his glories everywhere. They are called God-men. It's God walking. Understand? So if you say Bhagavan gives all sanctity, authenticity, we have no doubt. And these bhaktas, they are filled with love and love of that Bhagavan. They have become Bhagavanmayaha. And their experience is Vasudeva Sarvamiti. All this is nothing but that Bhagavan alone. So why they will not give whatever he said? Is it exaggeration? See, whatever we speak of Bhagavan or of Bhakta, it is always less. It is never more. Therefore, Bhaktaha ekantino mukhyaha. They are the Parama Bhakta, the supreme devotees. They are Tanmayaha. Now already he spoke about their glory with reference to holy places of pilgrimage, karmas, shastras. And he says, when such devotees are present in this world, seeing them, do you know what happens? See, this is a very famous, beautiful sutra, which in the movie in the Gurudev's Quest, this is very much repeated there. Modante pitaro nrityanti devataha. Sanatha cheyam bhur bhavati. Seeing such devotees, modante pitaraha. Pitaraha, all parents, his ancestors, all of them, modante, they rejoice. Oh, not only that, nrityanti devataha, all gods also start dancing. Even the celestial beings, when they see such devotees, sanathacha iyam bhur bhavati, the bhu, the prithvi, had become anath, because so many sinners were there, and looting, plundering, exploiting. But when such devotees come, she finds great Nath, great Lord, great Savior, great Protector. See, when Bhagavan's avatar takes place, she becomes Sanatha. When Bhagavan sends his more and more devotees, then she feels, there are my saviors are there, I am not completely destroyed by all the destructive forces. Modante pitaraha. Now this verse is beautiful, and Gurudev's commentary also is very beautiful. Pitaraha is not only the forefathers of such a devotees. Pitaraha, all ancestors, all others, they all gone by. So those in whose family that is born, of course they rejoice. But isn't it true that when we identify with India, that in India are such Mahatmas where they, don't we feel proud that I belong to that nation? So it is not only the man. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji was born in Kerala, all over our Kerala, So there, Raman Maharshi was born in Tamil Nadu. Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and all of them were born. So all Bengali people also take great pride. Not only them, all of us take pride. So Pitaraha, not only their own family members, but all the answer, all generations, all people who have that kind of sensitivity, understanding, the greatness of the spiritual culture, they understand. Maharashtra, the land of saints and all that, when you see, see, so modante pitaraha, all generations. And there are so many family people come in our family, such and such, my great grandfather also had taken sannyas and all that, Everybody feels very, very, very delighted. Modante pitara. Nrityanti devataha. Devata, one direct meaning is celestial gods, devatas, or those who are daivi guna sampannaha. Those who are endowed with us divine virtues. Such noble people, they dance. They say, Devatas, and all such Daivi Guna people, Sajjanaha, they also feel so happy, and they feel that, our dharma is not destroyed, dharma is there, Jnana Bhakti will prevail, and even though it sounds so gloomy and all that, but the night is so dark, but you know that, phir subah hogi. But there will be morning, and the sun will rise, and the lotus will open. And all that. So therefore, nobody loses any hope of anything. Because all the saints are going to lead us from unreal to real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. So therefore, Sanath. Then naturally, Sanatha cha iyam bhur bhavati. The Prithvi Mata also, who was so worried that so many crimes and so many are here perpetrated, and I am being exploited in so many ways. But here my saviors are there. That is the bhaktas. Tanmayaha. Tanmaya. Bhagwanmayaha. Bhagavad Swarupaha eva. Such devotees are there. Beautiful. Huh? Next time when you watch our Pujya Gurudeva's movie Quest, you will find this line. I don't know how many of you have noticed that. Modante pitaro nrityanti devataha sanatha cha iyam bhur bhavati. Now, and among these bhaktas, there is no difference of any kind. You see here, nastiteshu jati vidya rupa kula dhana kriyadi bhedaha. These bhaktas, among them, they na bhedaha. Eshu bhakteshu bhedaha nasti. There is no bheda, no difference at all, no distinction. There is no superiority, inferiority. Oh, this bhakta is greater than the other one and all. There is no such thing. Do you know why? Next sutra says, 73, next sutra says, yatastadiyaha. Yataha, because tadiyaha, they all belong to Bhagavan only. They are Bhagavad Parivarjanaha. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect and all. Yadastadiyaha. So among the bhaktas, see what happened? The worldly minded people, they would always try to see the division and distinction and so on. And based upon the jati, vidya, rupa, kula, then they say, oh, this is greater, this bhakta is greater than all. Why? Because he's a doctorate degree holder. And the other bhakta is illiterate, he doesn't know how to sign also. So some people have got their more value for all the literacy and education degree and all that. So they think that is. And Swami Vivekananda went to whom? He was a university degree holder and went to whom? Went to whom? He had any degree. No. See? So if you based on this kind of distinction you make, therefore this is greater or lesser or anything like that. It's a jati. Jati of any caste. The higher caste, lower caste, and the people go on making the divisions and all that. Like the Brahmana, Varna, Jati. Jati Bheda is not there. जाति न पूछिए साधु की. जाति न पूछिए साधु की. पूछ लीजिए ज्ञान, पूछ लीजिए प्यार. मोल करो तलवार का, पड़ा रहने दो म्यान. Don't ask what jati is of that sadhu. Ask what knowledge he has got, what love he has got. What is precious is that, like a sword and a sheath is there. So you will value the sword or the sheath. Suppose the sheath is very good and all, and you use a blunt kind of sword is there. Then, do you know Mirabai, born in royal family and all that, right? She herself was such a great bhakta and all. And who was her guru? Sant Raidas. He was a cobbler. And he gave her the name, Ram he gave. And she said, Payo ji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo. Mori lagi lagan Guru Charanan ki. And when she had a doubt, she wrote a letter to Goswami Tulsidas ji. She herself was so great. What jati you are asking? कौन से जाति के हैं? कौन से वर्ण के हैं? Vidya. Somebody may be highly literate, Pandit, scholar who has written commentaries on the Shastras and given talk. Somebody may be there who has not done anything of that sort. But their experience are the same. Sant Chokha Mela was such a great verse though, the devotee. And he wrote one beautifully. A sugar cane may be, bent one here and crooked here and there, but the juice is the same sweet juice. All his abhangas which are known, because he could not write. But by God's inspiration, there was one Brahman Pandit, he understood his greatness. So he used to come, I said, you go on saying, I will write. And that's how we have got all his abhangas. Vidya. And Shankaracharya, Shruti Smriti Purana, Alayam. Such bhaktas also are there. Great scholars and all that. Somebody maybe would not written anything else, so what? So Jati Vidya, Rupa, someone most handsome, and Ashtavakra, the sage Ashtavakra. He had 8 bends on his body when he used to walk. That's also a big story and all that. Later on, he was blessed also, and when he had a bath in Samanga river, all his limbs were straightened also. But at one time he was. But his knowledge was straight. Sharira may be like that. So somebody may be Rupavan, very beautiful and handsome and all that. Somebody may not be, so what? Jati, Vidya, based on Jati, based on Vidya or Rupa. Kula, belonging to great family lineage of Rishi Parampara or Royal Parampara. We are Raghuvamshis, Surya Vamshis, we are Raghukul Vamshis. Oh, very good. That's very good. So somebody belongs to very good Vamsha, and then the Vamsha Shuddhi is there, everything is there. Somebody may not be born of that type of, lineage or family and all that. Kula, Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam, that Brahman is far, far away from all this. And the Bhaktas have gone beyond all the Trigunas. So therefore, among them they don't have any such kind of Bheda Bhava. they only see that love of God that is shining in the hearts of devotees. Jati, Vidya, Rupa, Kula, Dhana. Dhana, their Maharaja, Samrat and all that. Plenty of wealth. Among great saints also. Some saints were Dhanuvan also. Sant Eknath Maharaj was very rich. Some sant were not that time. But Dhana and Nirdhan, what? The greatest Dhan was they are having already. Paramadhana they had already. In the same way, Kriya. Kriya means profession, vocation. We find all great saints, they were in different kinds of profession, vocations, all of them were there. And they did not give up their whatever work they used to do. Somebody gardener, somebody tailor, somebody cobbler, some barber, all of them were there. No adi, any other kind of distinction you want to see, male, female, young, old, boy, girl, and all that we say, koi bhed nahi hai. Why? Because yatastadiyaha. See, we also don't have to go too far and all that. See, we are also in Chinmay Mission, our family. All of us have come from very different kinds of places, different kinds of strata of society and all have come. कहाँ से आ गए, सब मिल गए. And but we are children of Gurudev. खत्म हो गई बात. What भेद then? No, so he's from south and from north and then this and that. No such kind of. You say Hari Om, ho gaya. That is the only thing that we have to say. No other kind of identity required. So at our one level, we can see that. So then, there is no difference then. Once we all have feeling, you belong to our Gurudev. Then all other things are immaterial. Yataha, because tadiyaha, because they belong to Bhagavan only. No, see, we people are want different distinctions and all of them. But when we all go to sleep, the experience of sleep is same. Then what? Ko arthavan, ko daridraha. Who is rich and who is poor and all that. Before going to that bed and sleep and all that differences you can point out. But once fast asleep, there is no distinction. Muddako says, Yatha nadya sandamana samudre astam gachanti nama rupe vihaya. The rivers, they have got all different names and they're all qualities and all that. Before they merge with them, once they have, then samudra iti prochante. They all are called only samudra. No further distinction there. This is called bhakti, this is called bhaktas, and that's actually the glory of any nation, any religion, any culture, how many such great people were there. Because all other things come and go. But you see the literature of all such great rishis, Mahatmas, even now. We do not know when the Vedas were there. Let us say the Vedas were revealed by God. When did Valmiki write Ramayana? When exactly Mahabharata was written, do we know really? Even Tulsi Ramayana, so many hundreds of years have gone already. as fresh. What is that which lasts otherwise in this world? Only gets lost. But here is something which lasts, goes on and on and on and on. Every time you read it fresh. We don't know when Narada Bhakti Sutra was also written. We don't know. And in this Bhakti Marga, Narad specifically says, one thing you should avoid. What you should avoid? Vado navalambyaha. Vadaha. Here Vadaha means, see, Vada is also called discussion, debate, argument. Vadaha means arguments. Na avalambyaha. Vadaha. The arguing, the tendency of argument should be given up. And particularly, as Bhagavan Shankaracharya said in Sadhana Panchakam, Buddha Janair Vada Parityajyatam. Particularly where the learned people are there, you must listen to them. Don't go on arguing. If you don't understand something, you can ask. Respectfully you ask. This I did not understand. They will again explain all that. But don't go on arguing with them. Because if you go on arguing, and when the moment they see that this person is only interested in argument, they either keep quiet or they say, I think you are right, from your standpoint. You are all right. Oh, what did you get? Futile arguments. See, particularly in Bhakti Marga, Shraddha is the most important factor. With Shraddha only have to move. In Jnana Marga, Shraddha and Vichar also there. And so therefore, each other, the Tarka also has got a place. But Shruti Matas Tarkaha. Tarka also has got a place, but approved by the Shruti Pramana. But those people, no evidence, no Praman, only there's a tendency of arguing. Some people have. They just argue. I have told you quite a few times. The one who has Shraddha in God, he doesn't need any kind of proof. And he who does not have faith, no proof is enough. Anything you go, no, it cannot. But we are, suppose we say, don't argue. Why not? Our argument will begin immediately. Why not? See, tadvidhi pranipa pariprashnena. Prashna, they say you ask question. Our whole Prashnoparishad is our Prashna only. So, Prashna is one thing, argument is different thing. So, when it is said, when you are following Bhakti Marga, why you get into all that? Are pyar karo, prema karyam, premaiva karyam. That itself is greatest proof. You don't need any other kind of proof. Okay? So, when he said, Vado navalambyaha, immediate why not? He knew that somebody will argue. Why not? Why not argue? So, he gave the reason, which we'll see afterwards. जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, 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 जय जय राम हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण 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 हरि, जय 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 राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, राधा वर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, पंढरीनाथ महाराज की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि।
I was extremely delighted to receive this beautiful book, You Turn Within, by Guruji Swami Tejomayananda. It's a book with each page with different topics, quotes, etc., such as food for thoughts, now is yours, and such topical pages which we can read once a day or one per day if you want, and then it can be an inspiration throughout the day. So please get yourself this beautiful copy, You Turn Within.